Hey guys, it's Marcus here, and I just got back from Video Marketing World in Texas, and it was really great. It's the first time I've been to a video conference, and I met some really good people and had some time to sit down with some pinnacle business people in the video marketing space. And I wanted to share an interview, kind of like a fireside chat that I had with Evan Carmichael. Now, if you don't know Evan started his YouTube business, his channel, from nothing and built it to over 1.5 million subscribers, hundreds of millions of views. He's got books, he's got everything, a full-fledged business that he created from his YouTube by simply going after the tactics that I teach you, where you go through and you find out what people want, you find out what they're searching for, and you build some content. Now, one of the things I like most about Evan's content is the fact that a lot of it is sourced together and pieced from other places. That's right, he's actually creating content based on what other people do. So you'll see things on his channel like top 10 tips from Bill Gates, or top 7 things an entrepreneur needs to know from Elon Musk, or something like that. And in this interview, I had a chance to sit down with him and get kind of real. So I hope you guys enjoy it. It's kind of raw, it's kind of real. We go through the struggles, we go through what it takes to really make it in a business, whether it's YouTube, whether it's search marketing, affiliate marketing, or whatever it is you're into, and I think you're gonna like it. So let me load that interview for you now. You can check it out, and if you like this kind of stuff and you want to learn more about how to make money online with affiliate marketing, YouTube channels, or any business in general, feel free to subscribe and hit the little bell notification icon so you can check out my other videos and join us live every Wednesday at 10 a.m. And now sit back and enjoy my interview with Evan Carmichael. Hey guys, Marcus here, Affiliate Marketing Dude. I got the Evan Carmichael, who is a YouTube legend. He has a lot of subscribers, he's got a lot of following, and he built it all from nothing, which is awesome. And that's a story I really like because I can relate to that, having started mine from nothing and looking at, like, how do you go from just being a guy who wants to get a following on YouTube, or be a guy who wants to get, business started, or be a guy who wants to go out and start talking to people, and how do you build from nothing? So what I brought Evan here to do is say, hey, what did you do? Like, how did you go through, and how did you start and say, I'm going to reach this crowd, which, by the way, his crowd is like success-minded people, which is the most broad audience you can get, which makes it extra difficult. So what took you from, like, I'm going to go in the success market or the tips, to actually implementing and growing?
So I think the first part is just starting. Okay. When I first started, I wasn't trying to be YouTube famous. It was an experiment. I think people don't try enough things. Okay. I think you should try. If you get an idea, hey, I might be good at YouTube, it might be interesting, go give it a shot. Yeah. Expect to suck. Okay. My first video sucked.
Yeah, mine too.
Right? I mean, but everybody, like you guys, you make a video, it's gonna suck. You'll be embarrassed by it. It's awesome. Yeah. That's always the journey. Yeah. It's always the process. So just try. You get an idea for it, just try. So my first videos were okay,
What were they on? Like, what was
still what I do, like still. Okay. The first video that I have up is a profile of Walt Disney. Okay. Pretty sure. So it's modeling success. It's still what I believed in. I was doing that with my website and having success with that before I moved to YouTube. Okay. I thought, I'm a visual learner. This is what's going through my head. I have a successful website. It's building, it's growing, we're building a team, we're making money. I'm a visual learner though. Like, I wish there was video content. I wonder what if I just made a video? I put a video, and we made one on Walt Disney, and I put it up on my channel, which was nothing. Put it on my website. We got a little bit of views on it. I thought, it's not blowing up, but that was kind of fun to make. Yeah. Like, if I was watching that as a first-time entrepreneur, I would like that. Yeah. So like, you know what? That's kind of cool. I think your purpose comes from your pain. My pain was struggling as an entrepreneur, getting started and not having any money, and all the self-doubt and all that stuff. We could dive into the pain if you want, but I thought, like, the 19-year-old Evan would love this video. Yeah. So I wanted to make more. Yeah. And I think that's the starting point. Like, if you're trying to get married, you go on some dates. Yeah. Your first date, you're not going to get married. Like, just, do you want to have a second date with that person? Yeah. So that was the mindset. Like, I had a fun time doing the video. It took a ton of work. I still sucked. It was like multiple days of research and editing and filming and all that stuff. The product outcome was not anything to my standards, but I liked doing it. It's like, I'm going to go back and do it again. And as I'm transitioning from hobby to business, was continue to make the content. I don't know how often I was doing it. I took breaks, maybe once a week, every couple of weeks, and then like a 3-month break, and then back on it.
And the model was always get other content, compile it in a way that works, which is cool because I look at that and I've always been fascinated with quotes.
Yeah.
Like those sites that have just tons of quotes, and the sites are boring as hell. You're like, I don't want to scroll through 1,000 quotes to find, something good. And so I would look at that, and I'd be like, well, I can rank for, some author and quotes really easily.
Yeah.
And you compile the video, and that's why I like that model so much, and it works. Now, when you went through it, were you looking at like, okay, people are searching for this, therefore I'm going to make this, or were you just going like, I want to make a video?
Yeah, not yet. Just start. I think you need to start before having a strategy.
Okay.
Like you get an idea, just start and try it and just see. Like I think looking at affiliate marketing, I think too many people think about affiliate marketing for 2 years, and then they need to have a perfect plan and a perfect launch strategy, and then they still don't do it because they make it this big, huge thing. Like just start.
Yeah.
Like be a part of anybody's launch campaign and just see. Did you like the process? Like maybe you make one sale to your brother, right? Awesome. But did you like the process? Did you like going through the launch sequence? Did you like trying to create content?
Yeah.
If you did, it's like, you know what, this affiliate marketing thing, if you love it and you keep going at anything, you'll win.
Yeah, I totally agree. And it's interesting because people get so stuck. And they're like, okay, well, I need to have this decision. I need to know this. I got to have a business name. And when I started, and I don't know how it was for you, but when I started, it was like, well, I need to make money because we were broke. I had kids on the way, and I was like, I had nothing to do, no education, no nothing. And I was just like, okay, well, I guess I'll learn how to make websites for limo companies because I need them.
Yeah.
And I just tried it, and I could have gone, and I went down the yellow pages, and I was like, Aardvark limo, Abacus limo, and I went down. Limo. There you go. That'd be something in like Louisiana or something.
There probably is one somewhere. Just to get it the phone book.
Yeah, exactly. Aardvark Abacus limousines or something. But I would call them, and like I didn't wait until I had this huge structure. I was just like, hey, let's call this guy, and if he says yes, I'll go get a check and I'll build a site or whatever. And that seems to be like the advice that you're giving is like, get started somewhere. Put a post up, put a video up, get a web page up, get something out there and get a feedback. It might suck, but you're going to go from there. And if you want to go into your pain point, we could do that. I had a story like that as well. So it's up to you.
Well, I think it's just every person that you look up to, like any of you guys watch, any of your heroes, they had a lot of pain in building their business. Like the struggle leads to the success. And I'm a huge believer that your purpose comes from your pain. So whatever was the most painful moments of it could be childhood, it could be something you went through recently, then humans, I think, are built to serve. You gain happiness by serving others. If you're not happy in life, you're not serving other people enough.
Yeah.
And so the best businesses are serving customers. Like you're selling this, if it's affiliate marketing, you're selling a product that you believe in that will help the customer get in a result, not just trying to get a commission. And so for me, I struggled so much as an entrepreneur. I was making $300 a month. I turned down dream jobs that all my friends wanted to do this. And the worst moments were, my friends want to go out for pizza and beer, and they're all investment bankers making 6 figures, and like, I can't afford $20 to go have pizza and beer. I'm eating the same chickpea salad every day because it was cheap and would fill me up.
Yeah.
And I was too embarrassed and ashamed to tell people that I was sucking. I'm living the entrepreneur life. I'm hustling, working hard. Let's go. It's like I got nothing.
Yeah.
I'm making $300 a month. And I told my business partner that I quit at one point. That was like the worst day of my life. And then got back up the next day and said, you know what, I can't quit. I can deal with failing, but I can't deal with not knowing. So I have to know. I have to feel like I gave everything I had. If I still end up failing, that's okay. But I'm not going to leave without fully knowing.
Yeah.
And so because I struggled so much as an entrepreneur, now I want to help other entrepreneurs. That was my pain. And so I still feel the suffering of $300 a month and being embarrassed and ashamed and not getting results, and put in work, real effort, not like I think it's going to be easy and put up an ad.
Yeah,
and
you were working your butt off.
Yeah, like real work and just not getting results. It was the first time in my life that anytime if I worked at anything, athletics, sports, music, like I would practice and I would get better. And here I was practicing, it's like I'm not getting better.
Yeah.
Where are the results? It's not happening. And so I feel that frustration. I know that's most entrepreneurs don't make it.
Yeah.
And so that became my purpose, to help entrepreneurs kind of get through those early days. And that's what I do. And I got saved by Bill Gates. I never met him, but by researching his company. Basically on my worst day, I said, somebody else has figured this out. Like, we were a software company. It was biotech software, but there's another company that has figured this out. Like, why am I failing so much? Somebody has the answers. And so I looked at Bill Gates and Microsoft, and like, how did Bill Gates go from 0 to 1? That's it. That's all I wanted to do, 0 to 1. Yeah. Not an extra million now, you know. He has lots of ways, I'm sure, to make an extra million now.
Yeah. Going to bed.
He sleeps for 5 minutes and he's made an extra million. Great. Yeah. But like 0 to 1, how did that happen?
Yeah.
How did that happen? What can I learn from it? And I learned from him, and I put it to work in my business, and within a couple of months had my first check for $13,500. And that was money. Like, it was ridiculous.
Like, we're good for months.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was more than I made in a year. Like, that's 3 years worth of what I was making.
Yeah.
It sounds crazy talking about. Doesn't seem like a big amount now, but that was ridiculous. And more important than that, I had a strategy that I can keep using, more than just a one-off sales. Like, this can keep working. And so that's why I also love modeling success, because by modeling Bill Gates, I built my business.
Yeah.
And so purpose from your pain is helping entrepreneurs. The how is by modeling success. And so that's all I've done for the past, how old am I? I'm 38.
Same as me.
I was 22. 16 years.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, it's cool because I look at it, and you know, a lot of us have that drive of the why. Like, for me, my dream is to do, I like the affiliate thing, but my main dream is, like, I want to change the narrative of alcoholism in America, because that's what I went through. That was my pain point.
You personally, or your family?
Personally.
You?
Yeah. 4 years sober now.
Nice, dude.
And you know, it was a very difficult thing, because for me, I was an entrepreneur. I was successful. I had money. People rooted me on. They were like, dude's getting drunk on webinars, man. This guy rocks. No one knew what I went through, but it was absolute, utter hell. And I look at the narrative, and I like the model you have, because I look at it and I'm like, okay, I can do a mix of content, because a lot of your content's kind of like, you have a lot of people outsource it. It's kind of builds itself. It's not like, I got to go, if I'm going to do 8 videos, I got to go in front of the camera, you know, 8 times. It's like, boom, here's the content.
How did you get out? How did you get out of the alcoholism? Like, how did you get sober? What happened? What were the tactics?
I went insane.
Okay.
So alcoholism, really bad. You get to a point where you're living on alcohol.
Yeah.
You don't sleep. So you're never really, really sleeping. And lack of sleep will make you insane. On top of booze, it will make you insane. I have like a textbook, everything in the textbook of mental issues and childhood stuff. I mean, I didn't have it as bad as some people.
Right.
But for me, it was.
How did you fix it?
It was bad. It fixed itself. Okay. So when I went insane, because I was like 4 years ago, I was drinking. I was like, I can't do this. My identity was business. I was like, I am Marcus the money guy. And I would literally look at my numbers and I'm like, shoot, we only made $6,000 today.
Yeah.
I'm a loser.
Yeah.
I'm a total loser. I only made this. I made a lot. I'm good. And it was just like that. And depression set in. And then when I went insane, I was actually taken out of my house. Non-voluntarily.
Yeah.
They were like, we'll get your pants for you, sir, because I'm like, I don't wear sweats outside the house. It's just my thing. And they're like, we'll get your pants, sir.
Okay.
And I go to the hospital, and then they take me to a mental hospital.
Okay.
And I'm sitting there, and I watch this lady, and she's like having conversation with every blade of grass.
Okay.
And I think, I'm Marcus Entrepreneur, I don't belong here.
Right.
And then something goes off in my head, and I go, this is exactly where you belong.
Okay.
You're insane.
Okay.
And me being the control freak that I was really shattered, because here I am, I'm like, I control everything. I make the money, I do this, I do that, I do this. This is my world. I get my own pants, and having that stripped, even though I talked myself, I was supposed to be in there for 72-hour psych hold, I was out in 4. My wife was like, why the hell did they let you out, dude?
Yeah.
Like, this isn't going to work if they let you out. I talked him out of it, and I realized that there is so little in my life that I control.
Okay.
I got a business. I could think about, oh, I could get a plane ticket here. I could do that. I could move here. But you really can't control much. I can't control what happens with my kids. I can try. I can teach them the best, but I can't control it.
Okay.
Like, things can happen. I can't control what happens to me.
So how did you just realize that? Did you read a book? Did somebody remind you of it?
It came slowly. So at first, I went into rehab, and for me, I'm anxious. I'm totally, like, at these meetings, half the time I'm totally anxious. That's why I smoke, so I can get away and kind of, digress. But for me, I got the anxiety and I got everything, and I forgot where I was going with that.
How did you get the mindset?
Yeah, so I had that, and I would just be a wreck. And so I went into rehab, and here I am in rehab, and I shelled out a bunch of money to go to this rehab, and it's pretty ghetto. Like, it's not like Malibu suites for the stars. It's like, pretty ghetto. And I can't even shower when I want. I don't have my own shower. I don't have my own room. I don't get up when I want. And to me, that experience was like, all bets are off. Here I am, little OCD guy, got to wash my hands.
Yeah.
You can't do it.
Yeah.
So that was the first realization of I have no way to control my environment. And then when I got out, I started listening to Ram Dass. That guy, if I could ever tell him thank you, changed my life. Alan Watts, love Alan Watts. And I started listening to them, and everything changed because I used to be a street preacher.
Yeah.
And I came from that background, and it was, here's how it is. We know what God is. And it's like, no, you don't, but you think you do, so yay, you. And I came from that, and then I listened to these guys, and it just shook my world. It's like, money's not real. What do you mean money's not real? I'm an entrepreneur. Money's real. He's like, no, it's man-made. Totally man-made. It's a figment of your imagination. It's all based on agreements. I was like, so everything I've been working for, everything that my identity was built on, is a total sham, a lie, fake. There is no Marcus. And I just came to this point where I was like, it doesn't matter. And from that, it can either be, I look at it like, there's 8 billion people on this earth. What makes me so special? In my life, I deserve what the least person on earth has. So to me, I look at it and I'm like, I wake up, I don't know why I was born in America, I don't know why affluence, whatever, but the guy in India, that's a little kid in India that's going through the copper to get food, that's what I deserve, or less if there's someone less than that. And looking at that of, I'm not special. Marcus Campbell, people go, oh, Marcus, you do this, YouTube, you do that. I'm not special. Living, I'm just like everyone else. That was really freeing because you can look at that as a depressing, downer, oh, well, I'm not special. Or you could be like, holy shit, I'm not special, nothing matters. I could go do whatever I want because I'm not living to some fake facade, some figment. I'm not living to what you think I am or what you want me to be or what I want me to be. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that works for me because I look at it and there's so many people who go through alcoholism and they come out and they're basically just pissed off people that can't drink. And they're like, fuck, I can't drink, I hate my life. Yeah. And for me, I don't even care anymore. I was down at the bar area last night and friends are drinking. I'm like, I don't care. I don't need it. I don't need that because, one, I can sit and I can live with my anxiety. I can live with all my weirdities. I can accept myself because another life philosophy I have is that if I had your upbringing and I was like you and I ended up in life where you are at 38, where I am at 38, I would make the decisions you make. I would be you. If I had that exact path, I would be you. Therefore, I can't judge you. Therefore, I can't, look at it, oh, you should do this. It's like, but they can't. Because if you were to take someone, and this is a study that I've always looked into, if you were to take someone, if I'm rambling, let me know.
That is your show. I'm here.
Yeah. If you were to take someone and be like, hey, I'm going to put you in a concentration camp or a different situation, it's going to change the way they think or the way they believe. Mm-hmm. And you won't even recognize the person afterward. So, kind of interesting. But yeah, hopefully that helps someone. But yeah.
Yeah, and then it's how do you bring that into the business? Whether it's strictly alcoholism or lots of people have things that they may not be related exactly to alcoholism, but the sense of being out of control, the sense of having some kind of addiction that they feel is beyond them, and like how to have hope. And I think even that transition from what you first said, like I just changed, to, well, here's what I actually did to change. Like I went and sought help a couple times. I listened to Alan Watts, and I listened to XYZ, and I smoke, and like whatever, right? That's what you did, and so you can. That process helps break down for other people. Even then, like, and then I became an entrepreneur again, and I started up affiliate marketing, and I want to teach people. All of that then like gives real purpose to what you're doing. And people can relate to it even if they're not alcoholic.
And I think it's cool because you can do that with anything, and internet marketing is really at the core, I think, about just helping people. Like, you got a guy, he's asking Google a question, he's asking YouTube a question, and what does he want? And I look at, like, how do you predict the search? You know, because I did a test years ago where I was like, could you have predicted I would be an alcoholic based on my search history? You could have. Totally, 100%. Now, if you could reverse engineer that and be like, well, now I want to reach all the people who are going to become this, you know, or like with yours, you can take a look at the videos you have and be like, okay, well, these people are looking up this particular person for this reason or something. Do you ever do that?
Yeah, I mean, my goal, honestly, for people who are in it for the long term is to build a brand. And even, I think, affiliate marketing, even anybody in affiliate marketing, my goal would be to first only recommend products that I use and like and would want to recommend to my mother. A lot of people don't do that, and that's why I think affiliate marketing gets a bad rap sometimes, because people think it's a quick, right? And like, you're gonna make tons of money, 7-step process, but you haven't done it yourself. Or buy this coffee, it'll change cancer. You know, but that's fine. Like, quality always rises to the top. And then what I would want to do is build a brand so that whatever I recommend, people will want to go and give it a shot. So I'm not always trying to find a new audience each time based off of search and intent. This direct marketing method works, but you can make way more money as a brand.
Well, and that's what I kind of look at it, and tell me if this is how you see it too, because I'd like your perspective. I look at it as you use the little stuff to build what's going to build the brand. So like, if I want to go in and be like, you know, I'm going to do quotes, or I'm going to do trainings on whatever, I'm going to do the little tiny bits because those are going to build up into the brand. Yeah,
so one, as long as those bits are part of the foundation, you're not building bits in different pieces they're not from the same tree, right? They're all over the place. And then if you have the intent to build a brand, then it's getting in front of it. So like making videos, like having a face, here's Marcus, you know, not just landing pages behind the scenes that XYZ Shell Corporation, and like they don't know who you are, where you're from. So telling your story throughout everything, telling me why you're using this product and how it ties into the bigger mission. So that my goal would be, whenever you come up with a new product or you're repping a new product, people want to buy it because it's you. And they'll look at it just because it's you, even if they don't have the interest or need. They'll look at it. It doesn't mean they'll buy it because of you every time. Some people will. Some people, hardcore super fans, like, if Marcus says it's good, I'm in. Easy. But at least they'll have a shot. Like, they'll look at it. I wasn't thinking about trees, but trees. Okay, cool. Why does Marcus like trees so much? Trees with a purpose. Plant a tree, and it's a reminder of whatever, right? Like, if that actually helped you, or maybe you acquire all of Alan Watts's digital content, and now you're like, you want to, like, people know who Alan Watts is. I mean, they know him, but it's not like he's not blowing up anymore. Like, other people are.
And it's great stuff too.
Right. So like, maybe you buy all the digital rights to Alan Watts, and like, this man saved your life, and you're gonna push it hard. You create an affiliate model for people. Somebody who's used to selling coffee machines, but love you, they'll like, okay, what's this Alan Watts opportunity? It's coming from Marcus, so maybe it's a good thing. So that's the building the brand part, where people are attached to you and your story and the reason why you're doing things, more than just only like search and intent. Direct marketing is still amazing and still works. I just think it's a small game compared to building a brand.
I agree. Now, for those that are looking for a small game too, what would you say in terms of like content creation? Because I know you, like, in terms of content, I'm like way down here and you're like way up there because you just get so much done.
Yeah.
And I look up to that because I'm not that great at it.
Okay.
What can we glean from that? Like, if you were to say, dude, Marcus, if you want to put out 8 videos a day, this is what you need to do.
So I think it starts with the decision, do I want to be like a how-to kind of person? Or do I want to build a brand? There's nothing wrong with being how-to too, by the way. It's just, what are the size of your ambition?
Yeah.
If you're doing a how-to channel, then you could talk about how to, like if you're selling cleaning products, affiliate cleaning products, organic, all natural, whatever, then it's like, how do you clean a lamp, or how to clean this chair with these cleaning products? And it's a short, you know,
linear.
Yeah, like 2-minute video, whether you're in it or you hire actors or whatever, and you're repping the product, and here we go. And just people will not subscribe to that channel. Like if I'm coming to a YouTube channel because my toilet is clogged and I want to know how to unclog it, I'm not subscribing to your unclogging toilet channel. Right?
That's the problem's fixed.
I don't want that daily. I don't want your daily unclogging toilet videos in my
Too much shit in my feed, you know?
But don't judge yourself based off of subscribers, because that's not your model.
Yeah.
You're trying to rank and search for those keywords. You're trying to get views on the video, and then you're trying to put them into your funnel to get a free sample, or make a phone order, or call in, or whatever. That's one way, and that can work. And so you're very heavy on what's trending, you know, what products you're repping, what are the keywords that would make sense, where can you stand a chance of ranking that is competitive a little bit but has lots of search volume. Is it worth taking out ads, and what market to make it work? So it's very like direct marketing focused, but then don't freak out when you're not getting subscribers for your channel.
Yeah.
Don't freak out if you're not getting tons of comments. It's just not the business you're building. That's okay. If you're building the separate business, you want to build a brand, then how do you tell a story while unclogging a toilet? That's what people are counting,
and then you're
right?
like, okay, I'll tell you other stuff about their house, you know.
Right, like, but in that video of doing the how-to, there's a story as well. So they're not only coming for the how-to, they come back for an emotion. So people come back to my content because they want believe. Believe is the theme through everything that I do. And this Profiles of Successful People will do lots of 3 videos a day, tons of different content, but believe is still the central theme. So it's always positive.
Yeah.
There's never, this person sucks. There's never the 10 stupidest things Kanye West has ever said.
Yeah.
You know, it's always positive. And everybody has flaws and faults and arguments and beefs, and we probably could have grown faster if I was saying Trump versus whoever. People love eating up the negativity.
Yeah.
But it's not why I'm doing what I do. So everything is only on the positive side, and belief is a common theme. So if you know what the message is, then you find ways to inject that into the story.
Cool.
So it starts with that strategic decision. Do I want to build a brand for the long term, forever? Like, if you want to end alcoholism, amazing. It's never going to happen, right? But like, that's the best. Because every day you wake up and there's a big, you know, ocean or whatever in front of us here. Not an ocean, a lake. Every day you wake up and you're trying to empty the lake, but you only have a spoon. And
it's still getting filled.
Yeah, and so like, but you took a spoon out today and you took a spoon out tomorrow, and like, if you help 10 people not go down the alcoholism path, it's a good day. And tomorrow you're going to try to get 11 and 12, and like, you're always going to do the best you can do, but you'll never solve it. It's like having a goal so big that you can never do it. That's awesome. You never want to stop climbing the mountain.
Yeah.
When you get to the top of the mountain, you hate your life.
Yeah, exactly.
You want to keep climbing. So it's great. So you have a goal so big, but then how do we tell the story throughout? If you have a big ambition like that, then building a brand is a better way to do it. If you're just trying to, like, if you make even faster sales, like, building a brand is slow. You want to bring in sales faster, do direct marketing.
Yeah, and keywords and all that stuff.
Yeah, cool. And one can lead to the other, and you can transition. You can, like, if you're in the videos, it's better than some actor. If you say, hey, it's Marcus and I believe in freedom or whatever, it's like a quick thing. They start to get to know you a little bit, and then you can transition to more building the brand as you start building the base. Yeah. Most people don't have like 3 years to wait to build a brand to make three videos a day. Yeah. And then you pop, right? Yeah. Like, you got to make money in the meantime.
Yeah. Although I see a lot of people that are YouTubers that have been waiting a long time, and it's like, you know, they're getting there. And that's why I like mixing the approach, like with the Talk Sober one that I have. I really go in and I'm like, okay, let's reach everyone and build the brand as we go. which is cool.
It's just consistency.
Yeah.
You know Tom Bilyeu?
No.
Tom Bilyeu he started Quest nutrition bars.
Okay.
For $1 billion, or raised $1 billion, market cap $1 billion, I forget, whatever. And then he started a YouTube channel called Impact Theory.
I've seen that.
Okay, so that's Tom Bilyeu.
Okay.
Mostly interview style. He just crossed 500,000 subscribers. When he first started doing it, he's doing almost daily content, multiple times per week at least. When he first started doing it, people asked, can we profile him as a top 10 on my channel? I'm like, okay, I've never heard of this guy, Tom Bilyeu. Okay, check him out. I think I mispronounced his name too. I said Tom Bilyeu because it's Y-U-E or something. So I thought it was French, Bilyeu, I think I called him. Anyway, I looked at his content and I'm like, I really like this guy, but nobody knows him. I really hope that he keeps going. Because if he keeps going, he'll build the brand, people will get familiar with him, and he could be a huge source of inspiration. And me being in the entrepreneur world, I want more voices. I want more people to be creating content because they may not be able to hear it how I say it. Yeah. Right? Like if you come in and share your story and say it, even if I have the same point, but you say it better with your story, awesome. Right? Like the goal is to figure out the mission done, not like I have to win. Yeah. So I want more voices saying similar things in their own ways. And so he kept going, thankfully, and now he's at 500,000 subs, and it'll keep building up and growing. But there's a lot of people who have genuine talent, and that's the problem. When you know, and if you think you're good, and then you're not winning, you feel like it's a waste of time. Yeah. But it takes consistent work. Every day putting it in. I don't consider myself talented at this. I did 350 videos public before I was not completely embarrassed by my videos. Embarrassed, like I couldn't watch it, cringe. And like 700-ish before I inspired myself. Like I watched the video, I'm like, huh, that's pretty good, you know? Like, advice. Yeah, like wow, I brought some fire that day. That was pretty. I'm proud of myself. And 700 something videos. I think that's more than most people have on their channel. Period. Yeah. People quit after 2. Yeah. And I still don't. I mean, I watch mine and it's funny because I'll be like, whatever, I don't think it's good. And then people love it. Yeah, well, you're always going to be your own worst critic, right? Yeah. We always judge ourselves the hardest, which I think is good as long as it's a kick forward, not down. Yeah. Like, okay, I can do better. See that? Like I stumbled there, or I messed up the words, or people couldn't understand me. Okay, I can do better next time. I'm going to get better. Not like, oh my God, I suck. Like now I can't. I'm never going to make another video. Throw the video camera out. Right? Like you do suck. It's amazing. Don't have crazy high expectations for yourself. You will suck, and you're getting better every day. Yeah. I think a lot of people miss that because it's just our culture is so much on let's just get successful now. Let's get the end result. It's like one of the things I learned from Ram Dass and Alan Watts is, life's about the journey. It's not about just getting there. Like you can get there. I think he said something like, "You don't go to the music show to hear the last note. You go to hear the whole thing." So why do we live life where we're like, let's go to the last note. Let's get the fun thing, or let's get the life we want. And they don't enjoy it. Because I mean, even though I've had struggles, and I don't know if it's the same for you, but I wouldn't trade it for anything. Like going through it, growing through it, living through this stuff is like, why would I change that? That was all part of the journey. Yeah. No, I mean, it's a hard message to hear for someone who's struggling and doesn't have money and is like having a hard time paying the bills and everything. So hack it. It's like looking for hacks is great. If Marcus gives you advice on how to get your way through affiliate marketing faster, you just learned something great. Like you want to look for shortcuts, you want to look for hacks, you want to get there as fast as possible, but it's still the journey that you're going on. Yeah. Yeah. Right? So you're trying to climb a mountain, you could use special gear to climb faster, and you can go with a Sherpa to get you up the hill and know the paths, great. Yeah. But you're still climbing a mountain. Yeah. And it's very having the internet is unparalleled to anything, because you could look at what people did, exactly what they did, and follow it. You could just, there's people that are copycats that make money. There's people that copycat their way to get big, and I'm not an advocate of copycatting, but you can look at it like Richard Bandler says, success leaves clues, or I think that was Robbins. Was that Tony Robbins? Lots of people have said success. I don't know. Okay. I don't know who originated it, but Tony says it for sure. Okay. Well, I know he learned a lot of his stuff. Listen, I think copying is great, but it only takes you so far. Yeah. people copy my stuff all the time. Exact, like same font, same, copied all the time. Awesome. Like I copied people when I got started, but if all you do is copy, you'll be a junior version of that person forever.
Yeah.
I spend zero time looking at people who copy me. I'm worried about the people who are innovating. So copying gets you so far. You can get, maybe you get to the point where you're breaking even, paying your bills just by copying. As long as it's ethical, you're not like
exactly.
stealing somebody's candy and like selling to somebody else, right? I mean, there's rules. You got to play within the rules. But copying formats is a great idea to start, and then you adjust and you figure it out, and you have to inject your own specialness to it. Otherwise, you just stay a copy of somebody else.
Cool. All right, cool. Any last minute things to people that are struggling? Like, let's say there's this guy and he's not getting it for whatever reason, or she's not getting it for whatever reason, and you just got to get them over that hump to like, okay, I know I need to do something, but what do I do? Do I like think of my why first? Do I think of my how? Do I make a plan?
So I think you need to make sure that your actions map to your ambitions.
Okay.
So what I would say is, if you want to, what are your ambitions? What do you want? What is the life that you want? Not just affiliate marketing or business, but your life. Like, do you want to spend more time with your wife? Are you married? Kids? No. Parents? You love boating? Like, whatever. What is your life? Like, who cares what I do, what Marcus does? You love spending 2 hours watching the Smurfs every Saturday morning? Like that's a part of your thing? Like, awesome, right? And like, own it. Like, I love the Smurfs, right? Yeah. I don't love the Smurfs. But if you love the Smurfs, like, then don't have to hide this thing. So don't worry about our schedules. What is your schedule? Like, what is a perfect looking week look like for you? Ambition, like, where do you want to go? And then you start filling out your calendar. The problem is, people who have big ambitions are doing a lot of talking and not enough doing. The work is not being put into their schedule. If I look at what you're doing time on, I want to see you, like, ask yourself, look at your calendar, look at your Sunday all the way to the next Sunday. If you did that, if you did what's in your calendar, would you get closer to your goals? If for 200 people, it's a no. Like, you're not doing the work. Yeah. And the work then becomes, okay, if it's affiliate marketing, great, like, then massive action.
What are you doing?
Yeah, like, watch every single video Marcus has ever made.
Thank you for the plug.
Oh, how many videos do you have? 500. 500 videos. Like, dive through it. When he says do something, do it. Try it. Stop thinking about it. It worked for Marcus. See if it works for you. If you go through 40 videos and Marcus gives you advice and all of it is garbage, go find somebody else. Exactly. But work. Like, do it. Stop thinking about it and do. Yeah. I'm a big believer in the 5-95 rule, which is like 5% of your time planning, thinking, and 95 doing. Cool. People spend too much time planning. Yeah. Planning is important. Strategy is important. But they spend too much time thinking and planning. It doesn't count as doing. 95% of your time has to be doing. Even a poor plan executed well will crush. Even some like startup newbie affiliate marketing who like is ripping off Marcus's stuff and getting the half right, even if you followed that guy's plan, you could still win. If you follow it, just do it. People aren't doing enough. Yeah. And so making sure your actions map to your ambitions, I think, is really important. Cool. I like that. Well, thanks for being here. I like this. Where can they find you if they need you? Evan Carmichael, everywhere. On YouTube, yeah. I think it's pretty easy if you just like search for any person who's ever said a quote in their life, you will find his channel. But Evan Carmichael, it's got like black and yellow logo, good one. Follow it. He's got a lot of good stuff on there, and watch it. And like he said, go do something, whatever it is. Don't look at it as like, I did this and I failed. Look at it as, I did this. What happened? Oh, well, only 9 people subscribe. Well, maybe next time I'll get 59, and go do stuff. So thanks for being here. Thanks, man. Totally enjoyed it. I would sit here and talk to you all day because you're interesting and I dig that. But thank you, and we'll see you guys in the next video.